Breaking news, breaking news. Here she is, folks. The victim. Renee Nicole Good, aka Renee Nicole Macklin. This is the individual that was shot by ICE agents in Minneapolis.
Hi, this is Nnamdi, your host. Welcome to African Viewpoint. So today I am bringing very interesting video to you. It's all about this trending topic issue that has been going on for the past 2 days or so about the shooting in Minnesota, in Minneapolis. The shooting of this lady, a 37-year-old woman, Renee Good, by the ICE agents. So there are a lot of things, and claims and counterclaims concerning as to what really happened there. And the mainstream media, obviously, they are running with this narrative that the agents were reckless and they were the one at fault as to what happened to the woman and all that. So if you are somebody that is listening to the mainstream media, you may not have come across this video that I'm about to show you now. I think you should listen to both sides. But first of all, I must say that this was a very tragic thing that happened. It was a tragedy that shouldn't have happened in the first place. But unfortunately, this is all about politics, and it is all about interests. I don't know. It's all about interests, and people are being killed and people are getting hurt. So I'm going to show you this video. This video, I came across it, and after watching this video, I felt that this video is worth watching. So I am bringing it to you, my viewers, to also watch, and also to add to the information that you may have already gotten, in order for you to be able to make a decision and decide who is at fault, if it was the ICE agents or the lady, the lady, is she a victim or whatever. But she's dead, and it's very unfortunate. That has been said. In my opinion, I think that this thing is very, very preventable. And in my opinion, I think that she blocking the law enforcement agency, blocking them, is provocative. She has no business to do that. You can protest. I don't know in America if that's part of protest, that you can block law enforcement and get away with it. Okay, she has blocked them, and they got down, they get out of their car and approached her and asked her and commanded and demanded that she get out of the car. She refused and ran and trying to sped off. She reversed, first of all, violently she sped off. And there was this claim that an ICE agent was standing in her front, that she almost ran into this ICE agent. And there is a video that I actually watched, though the video was not all that clear, it was a little bit blurry, but if you look at that video, it also shows that actually an ICE agent was in front of the car, that she almost hit him, and she had to shoot at her in defense. So whatever the narrative is going on, you're going to watch this video. So please don't skip any part of this video. Don't skip any part of it. The video is not going to be long. Don't skip any part of it. You get to the end of it, then you will now appreciate what I'm talking about. So this thing wouldn't have happened if she had done these two things. If she hadn't blocked, and if she had blocked and they came and demanded that she gets down from the car, and she had obeyed, this thing wouldn't have happened. Because speeding off again is another provocative way of escalating issues. She wasn't de-escalating it. So protesting should always be done in a peaceful way, so as this kind of thing shouldn't happen. It's very unfortunate that it has happened. And again, I just want you to watch the video. After watching, when we come back, then we will now talk more about it. But before we do, I'll show you the video. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe to this channel. Click the notification bell, like and share, so that others will get to see it as well. So That being said, without no further ado, let's go there.
Breaking news, breaking news. Here she is, folks. The victim. Renee Nicole Good, aka Renee Nicole Macklin. This is the individual that was shot by ICE agents in Minneapolis. Who is she, though? And where does she come from? 37 years old. She's in a domestic partnership with another female. She has multiple children from the state of Missouri and the state of Colorado. What was she doing in Minneapolis? Let me give you some information, because a witness comes forward and says she's into blocking traffic and she's into blocking ICE agents. That's what she does best. And I want to share a news report on her, because then we'll further discuss afterward. Check it out.
I woke up to some commotion. I heard some whistles going on out front, so I came downstairs to see what was going on. Wasn't even dressed. And there was a car. The Honda Pilot's crashed over there now. There was a car blocking the 2 lanes of Portland traffic. And the ICE agents got out and they were saying, "Get out of here, get out of here." And she was what looked like she was trying to turn around. And the ICE agent was in front of her car, and he pulled out a gun and put it right in, like, his midriff was on her bumper, and he reached across the hood of the car and shot her in the face. It's like 3-4 times. And then she must have just stepped on the gas. She stepped on the gas immediately, maybe got like 100 feet or so, and ran into the telephone pole and some cars, and then was slumped over in her car. And you could see she was probably gone. And there was a medic. There was a neighbor who's a physician who was yelling, "Can I please check the pulse?" There was no first responders. There were 0 first responders. They left her in her car, slumped over for about 10-15 minutes, blocking us all. And eventually EMS got here, and they wouldn't let the bus in, so it was just the EMS workers, and they checked her out for a second, maybe five minutes or so, and then carried her out, no stretcher or anything, carried her out like a sack of fucking potatoes.
Can you describe a little bit about what this woman looked like? Was there anyone else in the car with her? Did you know if she was the target?
I don't know if she was a target. They clearly wanted her out of there because she was the main car leading the protest, is my understanding. I talked to another guy who was driving behind her, but she was very successful in blocking traffic. She was doing what she was set out to do, and so they wanted to get her the hell out of there. Yeah. So
it looked like she was impeding ICE vehicles.
Definitely, yeah. Okay. That was her goal.
Do you have a read on her demographic?
I think she was a white woman. Looked like I didn't see her when she was alive. Just slumped over in the car. It looked like she had dyed short curly hair. I have a video of her in the car. But yeah, no other description.
Maggie Vespa is back with us now on the ground there in Minneapolis. As Maggie, we are learning more now about the woman who was killed in Minneapolis today.
Yeah, Hallie, that's right. The Minneapolis Star-Tribune identifying her as Renee Nicole Good, 37 years old, according to multiple U.S. Officials and lawmakers, that she was a U.S. citizen. And local officials here say, and they think this is important, that she was absolutely not the target of ICE operations here in the area. People have been chanting her name in this crowd behind me. You saw this protest here in the last hour. It's grown significantly since then. You can see her there, her mother telling the Star-Tribune that, in her words, it was so stupid, the circumstances in which she was killed, and that, quote, her daughter was probably terrified. Her name, again, ringing through this crowd as people kind of circulate the video, talk about the video, check with each other on what did you see in the video. We've been asking people in this crowd, what did you see when you saw the video? And the incredibly consistent through line is that no one that we've spoken to agrees with the Trump administration's characterization of what they say happened here earlier today. We're at the intersection where this shooting took place. The Trump administration, of course, saying that ICE officer was firing in self-defense. As we now know, Renee Good drove toward him. People out here say they don't see someone trying to hit an ICE officer with their car. They see We had multiple people tell us this. They believe they saw someone trying to get away, someone trying to steer away from the officer and flee the scene as multiple officers surrounded her car, the one who eventually fired stepping in front of it, which you can see in the vehicle. So a lot of anger at ICE in this crowd, and a lot of, again, people just learning in real time about the woman who was now killed here today, and obviously will be a focal point on top of everyone's mind here as this historic DHS ICE operation continues to unfold in this city that now truly, Hallie, feels under siege, I can tell you.
Now, I looked to see if this individual had a extensive criminal record. I found none, just vehicle infractions. Was that shooting justified or not? We covered every single angle and looked. And a lot of people have different opinions on the matter. Why was she in there trying to, block ICE? Apparently, she and her domestic partner run a business in the Missouri area, which is quite a distance from Minneapolis. What was she doing in Minneapolis? Who was she working with? Do you feel like the shooting was justified or not? We're going to keep doing a deep dive on this individual. I shared some photos and what I've uncovered so far. No social media presence on this individual. However, I found something that I'm going to share with you on the next video. So stay tuned for that. We're covering this case extensively, the shooting in Minneapolis, and we're going to see what happens afterward. There are protesters all around the streets. And as you saw, over her and ICE out of Minnesota. We'll see how far that goes. The weekend is coming up. Ooh, it could get scary out there. I am JLR Investigates. We will talk soon. I'll share more information on the victim here, or some people call her a domestic terrorist. That's what DHS said. Domestic terrorism. What do you think? You think she's a domestic terrorist, or do you think she's a victim? We will talk soon. JLR Investigates. Stay tuned.
All right. Now you have seen, you have heard. In this video, in that video that you watch both parts of the guy that investigated and the mainstream media's own narrative. So you will see the two parts. So what I want to also, say about this is that the lady, this is according to the guy, and this is what has been speculated. People have been speculating about that she has been she might be a paid protester. That is her job. Even the person that they interviewed, that was an eyewitness that was interviewed, said that that's what she does for a living, to impede ICE agents. So if you do that, if that's what you do for a living, one day it might become this. It might become this violent. You understand? So I think that I believe that she's either a paid agent, protester, or she was so brainwashed to the point that she hated the eyes that she had to be doing this over and over again by impeding the ICE agents. You understand? So it's either of these two. And the Democrats are not helping matter. I've heard Tim Walz, the governor, and Jacob Frey, the mayor of Minneapolis, their statements aftermath of this shooting, of this incident. Their statements and their speech was not good. They were not toning down the rhetoric. They were just, kind of escalating the whole issue and making people to revolt. I see this thing happen when George Floyd was killed. And if care is not taken, this might also, kind of become another George Floyd kind of a thing. And this might be what they were looking for, because I understand that Tim Walz is also under investigation for fraud that is happening in his state. And that I'm going to also do a video about of fraud that is happening in his states. Excuse me. So Tim Walz is also under investigation for fraud that is happening in the state. So hopefully, I hope that it's not going to seize this as an opportunity to kind of try to make the whole situation escalate, to distract from the issue that he was already facing, because he is on a hot seat already. So this is my point that I'm trying to make. What say you? What do you think? There are a lot of things going on. There are a lot of claims and all that, because the first time I heard about this issue was on Twitter, on X. Somebody was saying that this lady was what did they say? Is it a lawful observer or a legal observer? Any or one of those. So that she was a lawful or legal observer that was killed by ICE. So what came to my mind was, I was seeing a woman that was just standing protesting peacefully, and she was shot. So, but until I got to the internet, to my YouTube, I started looking into the matter, and I discovered that it was more than that. It was not just a lawful observer. She was not just a lawful observer, because if she was, she would be alive today. So, but what say you? Whatever you think concerning this, put it in the comment section below. I would like to hear. Let's continue to kind of rub minds and debate or whatever, disagree or agree. Put it in the comment section below. All right. So, if you have not subscribed again, please do subscribe, like, and share, and click the notification bell, so that anytime I release a new video, you will be one of those to receive it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for staying up to this time. And please stay out of trouble and stay safe. See you in my next video. Bye bye.